sales, what's one way for you to give yourself instant credibility that's really tough to beat, and why does it matter? This is an important question. I'm Scott Silverman. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you. Now, here's the thing. Right now, today, there is a contest for someone to speak on a stage for Ryan Stewman. He's got this cool thing called the Closer's Contest. And so what it is as an individual, you had to create one video explaining why you should be picked to be in this competition. And then you had to tag some friends and you had to share a post that you put the video together and you created the content. And so there's plenty of people who raised their hand and said, I'm interested. There's a few people who raised their hand and said, I'm committed. And then there's going to be the people who are like, why in the world would I want to do that? Excuse me. And there's a very good reason. Is when you're looking for credibility, when you're looking for someone to say, why should I choose you? So let's say you're out in the field and you're looking for a new role as a salesperson. You're looking for a new job. And you're up against competition. And the owner of the company looks at you and goes, hey, sales guy, yeah, I really think you're pretty good at what you do. I think you're fantastic. Kind of like you. But like, why should I choose you? And like, you know, you could go down the list and say, hey, I've done all these cool things. I've got this amazing closing rate. But you can also say, hey, I've spoken on stages with these legends and they were my peers. I've done events with this guy and this guy. Gives you instant credibility, especially if it's somebody like with a well-known name. So I've shared the stage with quite a few different people that are all pretty freaking cool that give me instant credibility. And so why should you apply for an event like Closer Contest, hashtag Closer Contest, is because it solidifies you. Like, you may not be at the super expert level and you may not have the name expert after yourself and you may not have earned it, but you start down that path and you start speaking on stages. Everybody's got to start somewhere, right? You look at some of the great speakers that are today. Les Brown had to start somewhere. Tony Robbins had to start somewhere. E.T. had to start somewhere. Elliot Thomas had to start somewhere. And everybody had to get their start somewhere. And if you're looking for an opportunity, there's nothing better to prove your expertise than speaking on a stage in front of, even 10 people. 10 people can prove to yourself that you're an expert. And like, there's a cool confidence that comes from it. Like, to be in a room and people are like, so what have you done? Oh, I spoke on a stage with this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, this girl, this woman, this group, this dude. Like, you get to name stuff off. Instant credibility. Instant credibility. So should you do something like the Closer Contest? Absolutely. Should you create some content? Absolutely. Should you create a lot of content? Like, if you really want to win, like, you know, if you're interested, that's one thing. If you're committed, that's a whole nother story. That means that you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to put in the effort. You're going to have to put the dues in. And sometimes what happens is you don't win, right? It may very well be that I get bypassed and like, look, there's going to be other stages for me to speak on. I've got a couple of gigs coming up this year already. Cool, I get it. Next time. We'll do it next time. How's that? We'll do it next time. Or we'll do it this time. But the credibility that you gain from speaking in front of a group and getting those shots. Like, everybody wants to shot in front of a Lamborghini. Everybody wants to shot in front of a private jet, which is cool. I'm not knocking it anyway, because those are all pretty cool. But some of my favorite shots are like speaking on a stage and being able to look around an audience and saying, hey, I did this in Las Vegas. I did this in LA. You know, I did this out in Hawaii. It's a pretty cool trophy. Like, don't get me wrong, a trophy shots in front of the cars or the jets, that's fantastic if that's what you want to do. Way cooler for me, being in front of an event, you see all the people across the stage, and then like there's boom, just me, right? That big. Instant credibility. Somebody's looking like, do I get to do it again? And see, here's the thing, you only need one. You only need one to have that credibility. You only have to have that one time of that one shot of that one image where someone's like, that looks pretty interesting. That looks, let's have the guy or the girl come out and do a video for us, or let's have the guy or the girl come out and get that credibility and come speak on our stage. There you go. Should you apply for Closer's Contest? If you got time, absolutely. Or any other sales contest or any other stage that you can get on, most definitely. You got one of three things to do from here. Find the thumbs up button, which means, Scott, this video was freaking cool. 2, you can subscribe. I've got over 2,500 videos on this channel. I've been pretty busy. And then 3, you know, what would be really cool is if you could share it with a friend and be like, look, this Scott Silverman Bell guy is a pretty smart dude. You should check this out. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you soon. Mahalo.